Hi, this is Matt Violassi with Pinstripe Kits. I'm just going to, pinstripekits.com, I'm just going to show you a couple ways to install larger vehicle graphics. The first one I'm going to install is just for photographic purposes. This obviously isn't a cross-track, but I'm just, larger graphics that go on the bottom are usually measured and laid from the bottom, a bottom feature line or rocker panel line up. Larger vehicles that are going up top, like I'm going to put a 4x4 down here. They're usually measured and laid from the top line down. So I'll show you that one in a minute. So first thing we do, clean the car. Isopropyl alcohol as usual, clean towel, wipe it, clean it. I put, since this feature line it's kind of vague on a video, I put a masking tape line, reference guideline here just to help see it better, but normally you don't have to do that step. Now the first thing I like to do is make sure the graphic is coming off the backing paper easily and well. Sometimes with time they don't want to, but I just check it first and give it a good squeegee down so the application carrier paper is grabbing the graphic and can lift it off the paper. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take two pieces, this is called the Hinge Method, by the way. I'm going to take two pieces of masking tape, and no matter what your graphic is, you know, put it, we're just kind of setting it up where we visually kind of would want it, so it's to people's taste. A lot of younger folks like the graphic way down lower. I'm just putting this up kind of anywhere. Say that's where I'm going to put it. The next thing I do is, and I don't even look at my ruler hardly. I'll just look. There's a couple ways to do it, but you can measure it. A lot of times it's where you wanted it isn't on an even number from the guidelines. So what I do is I just put the bottom of a letter, can you see it closely? And I put my thumb down to this distance from the masking tape. So then all I do is come down here. I'm not even really looking at the distance. And this is bigger than the C, so I'm coming to the C, put my thumb is right here, and I get my distance, and that'll be the same as this one, but I come back and check, because sometimes they just shift a little bit. Okay, so there I got it. Now again, this is called the Hinge Method, and this is why. You just put a hinge, you know, kind of anywhere. I usually go between where a letter stops and starts. One page, one piece of paper, tape, two, put that down, okay? Then what you do, you lift one end up, okay? You don't take the tape off of this end, because if you do, the graphic can move this way. So this is kind of your anchor. This stays to anchor all of this, okay? So I take one side off. I peel back the graphic carefully, making sure everything's coming off, like so. Then I tear this off like this. Remember, this graphic can't shift right now at this place. Now we just gently squeegee it back, okay? Take the hinge off, take the other side off. You step over here. Now I'm going to take the paper off, the other side. Get every little one, just otherwise it's going to be buried down there. And then I come straight across carefully, driving the air out as we slowly come from one side to the other. Now it's down, give it a good squeegee. Again, I like to pull down at a 45, not across. This just helps different things that might lift up. Okay, it's called the dry method, the Hinge dry method. You can also do this wet using a wet application fluid. Basically, you just wet the graphic and the car. You kind of put it where you want it, squeegee it out, let it dry, take the backing off. This I think is faster, and I just like it better. Now I'm going to show you if there's a bigger graphic in the back. Obviously, I wouldn't put a 4x4 Hemi on a Pilot. Again, we make sure the graphic's coming off well. We could use the Hinge method. I like to just put them on dry. Okay, we could mimic the same Hinge method. I pick a guideline with the width where I want it, coming down off the vehicle. Pick a feature line, maybe come 2 rows of tape, maybe, whatever you want. I'd like to put it where I want it. I'm looking at this top part of the graphic, the top of the fork, on both of the 4s. And I'm getting it up to the yellow, okay? And then I'm putting one side down, okay? I'm leaving the whole thing up. You don't just lay it down. And again, I'm coming across. I go right down the middle. Then I go upward, downward, take it off. Okay? Now, I always get a few bubbles. It just usually always happens. Just take your little knife, poke the bubble. You're all done. That's it. That's a couple ways to install larger vinyl graphics. Thank you.